In 1651, the English colonies were under Great Britain's control. While the New World was being built in North America, Britain wouldn't let the colonies trade with any country except for Britain. These laws were called the Navigation Acts. In 1754, the colonies fought the French. The French fought with the Indians against the colonies, but the French and Indians lost. They called this the French and Indian War. After the French and Indian War, the British Parliament came up with the Proclamation of 1763. Because the colonists won the French and Indian War, they gained lots of land. However, the Proclamation of 1763 kept them from settling in this new land. The war cost a lot of money, and the colonies would have to fight another expensive war to go to their new land. The Sugar Act was put into place in 1764. This was a tax on sugar which Parliament made so that they could raise money for the war. In 1765, there was a new tax on paper goods. This was called the Stamp Act. The colonists were upset by the Stamp Act because it was the first time they had been taxed directly. Because the colonists were so angry, British Parliament repealed the Stamp Act. In 1767, Parliament created the Townshend Acts, which were the taxes on paint, glass, and tea. Then, in 1770, the Boston Massacre killed 5 colonists. They were challenging British soldiers to shoot them, and the soldiers killed 5 colonists. To release tension in the colonies, Parliament repealed the Townshend Acts, except the Tea Acts. In 1773, there was a new act. This was the Tea Act. Britain's East India Company sold the colonists cheap tea, but the colonists feared that it would put them out of business. After the Tea Act, colonists rebelled by dumping a ship's full amount of tea into the Boston Harbor. In 1774, Britain decided to punish the colonists with the coercive acts. The colonists called these the intolerable acts because they were so unbearable to them. The Boston Harbor was closed until further notice, and colonists were forced to house British soldiers.